Hi everyone, welcome to today's session on the basics of PLC programming. In this lesson, we will focus on inputs and outputs, foundational topics for anyone starting with PLC. Make sure you are ready to follow along as we'll be using the tier portal software to explore the key concepts step by step. Let's dive in. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is to open the project. Start by opening the tier portal and load the existing project we discussed in the previous video. Right click on the PLC in the project T and navigate to the properties section. Why it is important? This step allows you to check the tags for your inputs and outputs. In the properties sections, you'll find detailed PLC information. Look for the I/O tag section and the AI/DI tag here. You see the tag type and address right here, where I stand for input and Q stand for output. PLC programming commonly use the following data type: bool for Boolean value. It is usually represent the alternative status such as on or off. Value length is 0 or 1, between true or false. Word is a 16-bit data type. Int is an integer value, and real for the floating point number. We are going to use bits, word, int, and real. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is to go to the PLC tag section and create a new tag table. Avoid using the existing tag to prevent confusion. Rename your new table by right-clicking and selecting Rename, or double-click the text to edit the tag names. Add the address of train from the I/O tag in the property section and assign meaningful tag names. Next thing we're gonna do is to set up a watch table. Create a new watch table by navigate to the watch table section. Add a track address here. The name and data type will be automatically linked from the PLC tag. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is to tell you about the PLC programming structure. OB is an organization block, the main block that does not depend on other block. FB is a function block. A function block requires a data block to operate. FC is a function call similar to FB but with built-in data block. Data block store a data for the use in FB or the program. Now we are going to create. Go to the program block section and open the main block, which is already have when we add the PLC device. It's going to have a generally created one. Okay, so go ahead and drag and drop. I normally open contact symbol into a network block. Okay, so first thing you're gonna see is there are normally open contact block, normally close contact block, an output block, an empty block, a branch to connect the circuit together. So first thing you're gonna do is to drag and drop a normally open contact symbol into the network box. A question mark will appear prompting you to define the tag. Next thing you're gonna do is to define the tag. To do so, you can just simply double click the question mark and proceed to enter the address or the name of the tag. If there is a tag address and a correct name, that means it working. You can create a network as many as you want. Keep in mind that the network will require both input and output. Okay, so to start monitoring the data, you have to compile and run the program either in the simulation mode or by downloading it to the device. Next thing, after you have compiled and run the simulation, you can go ahead and open the watch table. This is the last time we have already discussed about this, so I think I will just keep this. Okay, so about this, about the simulation, you can see that the PLC simulation interface pop up when the run stop show green, meaning that it is running. If it is yellow, you have to click run right here. So if there are green not appear, that means your program is working properly. So if it had orange one, you have to compile and download it back again. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is to open the watch table and click the monitor icon to observe the tag value. For digital tags value will be displayed as true and false. So by forcing and simulating value, using a memory tags to simulate outputs, click the force button to enter the uh, to force the data. But first you have to modify the value first. It is either going to be either 0 or 1 or 2 or false. You can just use whatever you want. And as you can see here, if we input true and false the data, the monitor value will show true, and the output value that we have linked in the circuit will show true too. You can also see in the main block monitoring mode, green indicate an active circuit while blue indicate inactivity. Okay, so the next thing is going to be the analog forcing. For analog tags, a value range from a minimum of 0 to a maximum of 2000 sorry 27,648. So we have to interpolate the data. First thing we have to do is to drag and drop the empty box and search for norm x by typing down norm in the empty box. So the norm box interpolate the data. So the data to be interpolated is going to be the analog data is going to come in words. It is going to be the 16 bits. We have to interpolate it into a 0 to 27,648. And you have to choose the data type to match the data type that you put in. After you have completely input the data type, which is in and which is out, the block will show blue, indicate that it is ready to use, like this. So the scale is basically to interpolate the data into the device. I mean, if we have the flow transmitter that indicate that the maximum input is 5 liters per hour and the minimum is 0 liters per hour, we can interpolate the data and we can observe the results as same as the digital input. So that's all for today's session. We have covered the basic of the PLC programming, including how to handle input and outputs, set up tag table and watch table, and create and monitor networks. With this skill, you are well on your way to mastering the PLC programming. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials. See you in the next video.